welcome. I'm Dr. Shiwei Wang, Chair and Professor of Computer Science at NEIU. I also serve as the Chair of the Faculty Senate and Faculty Assembly of the university. It's wonderful to see all of you here today for our annual NETT Day event. This is a signature event of the College of Business and Technology and the Department of Computer Science. Now, let me ask you the question. Do you all know what NETT actually stands for? It's NEIU Empowerment Through Technology. Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody knows what that one is. So 16 years ago, okay, Department of Computer Science and the College of Business came together to create this NETT Day. That's in 2010. This one-day event reflects our long tradition of bringing together people from industry and academia to share insights on how technology can empower and support people. It also lays the foundation of today's College of Business and Technology. Now, with the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, I know we're talking about AI. Everybody's talking about AI today, right? And we know that AI is already part of our life. But I want to say it doesn't really matter if you used AI or not. We know AI is already making significant impact on everybody's life. So that's why this year our sessions focus on technology and AI and their transformative power in business.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would read what's been put in front of me, but my name is not Diana Valdez. It's actually Mike Bedell, and I'm Dean of the College of Business and Technology. Welcome to the third NETT Day session. Everybody knows what NETT stands for, right? There'll be a quiz later. So about a year and 3 months ago, we partnered with a little company in the West Coast called Coursera. And I am delighted that we have Coursera here on campus. Coursera provides certificates for students, all right? So why is that important for you as a student? Well, as an HR PhD who's done hiring in his life, one of the things I'll tell you is that there is nothing that makes the HR person's, the recruiter's heart beat faster than a student that shows up with a degree and proof that they know how to apply that degree. And that's some of what these certificates bring to the table for you as a student. It also enables you to fill gaps in your education. For example, we don't teach a ton of project management, but we have access to project management, just to use an example. So there are many micro-credentials available to the NEIU student for free. If you were to go pay for these, you would spend literally thousands of dollars. So these are free. There are about 90 of these, and I would encourage you to take a look. With us today, the good folks at Coursera have sent us Amber Briggs. And I'm going to invite Amber to come up and talk about Coursera for Campus and answer your questions. And hopefully you'll all go out and sign up for a certificate and go make millions of dollars. So Amber, come on up.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here with you today. My name is Amber Briggs, and I am a Customer Success Manager at Coursera, and I work on the business side. So I'm a stand-in for your current CSM, so I hope I can do her justice. But before we get started, I have a quick question. How many of you know what Coursera is? All right, I see a couple of hands. I love that. So for those of you who don't know who and what Coursera is, we are an online education company. We were founded by two Stanford professors, Daphne Kohler and Andrew Nguyen, about 13 years ago. And through their partnerships, we have gained more and more access to other universities, such as Stanford, as well as University of Michigan, Northeastern, Northwestern, just to name a few. As well as some of our corporate organizations that we partner with, such as Google, Meta, IBM, which are some of the certificates that we're going to be talking about today. So as a student at Northwestern Illinois University College of Business and Tech, you're already building a strong foundation for your future. Now imagine enhancing that foundation with professional credentials from top universities as well as companies like Google, IBM, Meta, etc. So through our partnerships with Coursera's Career Academy, you can gain the job-ready skills and industry-recognized certificates that will make you stand out in the business and technology sectors. So 96% of employers value microcredentials, with 10 to 15% higher starting salaries with credit-bearing and Gen AI microcredentials. In the Gen AI space, as you guys well know, things are moving very rapidly. So you have an opportunity to go and look at courses through Coursera to help continue to learn more from the foundational sense, upskill and reskill yourselves, as well as maybe check out some other things. So entry-level professional.
Can you try the clicker again?
Oh, the clicker. Oh,
There.
that's nice. Entry-level professional certificates are a primary component of Career Academy. Professional certificates are job-aligned training programs that teach the skills needed for industry leaders and entry-level roles in an in-demand career field. So currently we have, as Mike was stated, 90 professional certificates from industry leaders and that you have access to. So you can see these certificates span a diversity of roles that will equip you and your peers with skills that employers are looking for from today's graduates, including data science, end user design, as well as digital marketing, project management, just to name a few. So this is a high global demand for these skills, and as such, Coursera will continue to invest heavily in entry-level professional certificates. So to help prepare you for in-demand jobs with training and professional certificates from these world's leading companies, including, again, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Tableau, and more, through Career Academy, students can explore different roles, develop the skills needed, as well as create a portfolio of work that will help position you for success in the job market. So here's an overview of the different components of the Career Academy that help prepare you for in-demand jobs. So through the Career Academy page, students can browse and filter roles based on domain. So you have those industries, and then you can go into those subdomains to find more specific certificates that are relevant to you. So that role description page guides students in understanding common job skills, as well as titles, salary, and I also heard, Mike and I had a conversation that on your website, through Northeastern Illinois University, you have access to look at different jobs and roles currently to see what the current salary range is, what skills are relevant, and then be able to look and explore more as well. So these entry-level professional certificates that are mapped to current roles, they also have different guided projects, which are more of those kinesthetic, hands-on, applicable ways that you can take what you've learned and then apply them right away so that you don't break anything in person. As well as those dialogues and role plays so you can take that information and practice in a safe environment. So once students click on the role that they're interested in, they're taken to the role description page, and here they can see more details, including job titles, etc. And then you can see those guided projects as well have been specifically curated for the role to help you hone in on those critical skills that the role may require. apologies. There we go. So guided projects on Coursera are interactive projects that help students gain essential applied skills in under 2 hours. So here are the benefits of some of the guided projects. They are, like I said, kinesthetic learning, hands-on. So they allow you to master those digital skills through that hands-on learning. So you can develop those job-ready skills by allowing you to go in and practice on those tools and technology by those industry-leading companies. They're guided to allow students to follow along with industry experts in an innovative as side-by-side interface. So they're easy to use as they don't require software install and students to get started right away. So let's talk a little bit more about those professional certificates that are available to you right now. So here you can see these are the professional certificates by domain. So you have the information technology, business and marketing, etc. So then these are broken down into subdomains. So you have information technology like Microsoft and IT support, as well as AWS. All of these are going to be professional certificates that will aid you in getting a wonderful resume certificate that you can then go into an interview and say, hey, I've actually taken a professional certificate in AWS, and then you can even show some of the work that you've done.
Let's walk around the court because it keeps moving the camera. I realized. Yeah.
You have business and marketing. So these business essentials, such as the Intuit Academy for bookkeeping, as well as SAP, Tally, etc. You can do business strategy with Microsoft as well as Xbox. I know that there's quite a big gaming e-league here, so go ahead and take an Xbox certificate. If you have finance, you could do ADP as well as leadership and management. And then under computer science, you have Google cybersecurity, IBM front-end development, Meta, as well as back-end and front-end, Amazon junior software developer. All of these certificates have multiple courses under them to help you look at different skills as well as feel more prepared for that role that you're looking for. So the other one is data science. So you could do fractal data science, Google Cloud data analytics, Microsoft Power BI data analyst. On the business side of things, we're seeing some of the top skills at organizations such as business analyst, critical thinking, all of those skills that are going to help you be more job relevant, you can start to get from these certificates and courses. We also have health and education. So some of you might have heard of Johns Hopkins Medical. Well, we have a certificate from them, as well as AACP, as well as Goodwill. So let's talk a little bit more about the benefits of Career Academy. So once you have completed a course, just one course, you'll get a certificate of completion. Once you complete a professional certificate, you will also get a co-branded certificate from that institution or university. So with the businesses that I work with, they can then take them into performance reviews, as well as they can also post them on LinkedIn and share out that completion. So with Coursera, that academic level is very rich. And so that's where we differentiate between some of our competitors, is that you are getting accredited and industry relevant content from individuals and companies that you can trust. And so show off those skills. You've worked hard for them. Those courses are rigorous. There's a lot of information to be had by them. They're also built for today's learners. So you can actually go in and use the Coursera mobile app. So there's short lessons, you can watch those videos, as well as you can see those transcripts as well as notes. So honestly, don't be like me. I've downloaded probably and signed up for 15 courses at once. That's a little much. Go ahead and bookmark one course or two courses and start with one, and then go from there. But what I do is I've downloaded the Coursera app, and I will actually take my dog for a walk in the morning, and then I will listen to videos as I'm walking my dog. You can always go back in and watch the videos again, take more notes, etc. So that content is there and available and accessible when you are ready and need it. Another tool that we have is Coursera Coach. This is an incredibly robust AI tool that we have that is accessible to you. So it is personalized. You can actually go in when you enroll in a course, Coursera Coach, you can say, hey, Coach, I'm gonna want you to learn more. So the more that you type into Coach, the more that it learns. If you don't like that, you can turn that off. That is optional. But what I love about Coach is that if you're in a course and maybe you don't understand, you can go and say, you know, Coach, hey, I'm really sorry, I don't understand this. Can you explain this to me in a different way? It will pull directly from the course material and change the verbiage and explain in a different way, which sometimes we need that. We need that help. The other thing that it will do is if you want to prep for those assessments within the course, you can work with Coach and it will give you test questions. Help me prep for this. Or what I love for me personally, I'm taking a course from the University of Michigan right now by Vic Strecker on the purpose and meaning of life. And I actually asked Coach, can you please give me some real world examples of things that I can do to practice? And Coach gave me several different options and said, hey, you can go and try this. So Coach is a thought partner to help you answer different questions, feel more comfortable with the content, and help you prepare for those assessments so that once you get there, you know all of the information. The other thing is maybe you're short on time. Say, hey Coach, I need to summarize. And it will give you a summary of that course and give you a bulleted, quick look of what that course will be. You can go back and watch the video later. So a little bit about Gen AI on Career Academy. So NEIU CBT AI Essential Starter Pack has Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Generative AI Prompt Basics Engineering, as well as Generative AI Introduction and Applications. The other thing is that it has those guided projects. So prompt engineering for marketing and advertising, as well as Adobe Photoshop for beginners, as well as generative AI images. So you can go in, if you're looking to get started with generative AI and you don't know where to start, this is a fantastic way to get started. You have the options to go in, learn some of the foundational information, and then go and practice. You know, you don't have to go in and use your own GPT and potentially gunk something up. You can work on those guided projects in a safe environment so that you can then work to practice and make sure that you're writing the best prompt and helping to research the information more appropriately. So if you want to access the AI Essentials Starter Pack for free, you can scan the QR code and use your neiu.edu email address. So when creating your Coursera account, you can unlock this for free. So once enrolled, you'll have access to all 3 IBM AI courses, guided projects for hands-on learning, the ability to learn an IBM digital badge, as well as personalized learning insights and certificates. So I'll pause here for a minute for anyone that wants to go ahead and scan this to get started for free today. That's a great question. So the question is once we've graduated, and let's say we've taken courses on Coursera, and we no longer have the NEIU email address, do we get to keep our learning? The answer is yes. So when you log in, you can actually put an email address that is an addition. So kind of like a safe. So when you go into Google and you create a safe email address, you can do the same thing on Coursera. So you can have your NEIU email address as well as maybe like a Google, Yahoo. For those of you that are ancient, you can use your AOL. But like I said, you have a backup email. So once you go ahead, you can keep that learning with you. The other thing is that you can always go back and download those certificates as well as continue to share those on LinkedIn. Great question.
Will Northeastern still cover for Coursera after graduation?
That's a really good question. So I am not the primary customer success manager that works with Northeastern, but I do and have heard that you do have an alumni program. So let me find the answer to that after the course session, and I will go ahead and answer that. But I'm pretty positive that there is a program in place for alumni to continue and gain more access to professional certificates. I love these questions, guys. So we're gonna move forward real quick on how to access Career Academy. So for those of you that are current NEIU students, how are you gonna do that? So getting started on Career Academy. So it's super easy. You can go ahead and scan the QR code. If you are not a student, scan 1. And then if you're a student, go ahead and scan 2. Did that make sense? So then you can begin, once you've scanned it and logged in, you can actually begin to browse all of those beautiful professional certificates that are designed to increase you as well as your employment and skills. The other thing is that let's say you want multiple of them, go for it. You can go ahead and bookmark all of those professional certificates that you want, and don't be afraid of the time. So if it tells you that it's gonna take 36 hours, don't worry. Really, so the industry partner or the vendor will put that time limit in place. And so typically we like to say, cut that time in half. But again, it's up to you as a learner on how long those professional certificates take. Did everyone get those QR codes? I can go back if you need to. All right, let me go back. We can stay on the screen for a few minutes if you guys want to go ahead and scan that. So one of the things that I've been talking a lot about with my business clients are skills. And what are the skills needed for those particular roles that individuals need to be successful to then accomplish and grow in that role. So when you're on Coursera, you can actually see the skills associated with each course as well as professional certificate. And what's nice is when you go to those job descriptions on LinkedIn, Indeed, etc., you can go ahead, see those job descriptions, and say, oh, yeah, I have those skills. I've taken that through this Coursera course. You can even see the level of proficiency that you're at. And so you can show over time that you've grown and learned different skills with each course that you take. All right.
So if we received a certificate from Coursera, right, and we shared it already on our LinkedIn, then do we have access to our certificate like forever, or it's just like for a short period amount of time?
It's yours forever.
Okay.
It is your professional certificate. You get to keep that and take it with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question.
So how can a micro credential complement a traditional degree rather than replace it?
Great question. So The question, did everyone hear that? Is how does a micro-credential not replace, but add to it?
Yes.
So,
Like all these short courses, it adds to the like traditional degree.
correct. So it does. It does add. So when you go to a traditional university, they have a set path, curriculum, and that you need to take. And that's not going to cover everything that you need, maybe for that role that you're looking for. Or maybe you are
Danny's picking
looking
it
at
up right
different
now.
careers and you have your degree in one thing, but maybe you didn't get your
Listen, we have to finish up some
professional,
words back
your
on the
PMP
for
or your
credentials.
Google Management Professional Certificate.
Oh, okay.
So you could say, oh, I really want to learn more about
Yeah.
project management, but my degree
If you need me, just call me.
didn't cover that. That's a course certificate that you could actually take through Coursera to gain more knowledge and understanding so that way you'd be more prepared for a variety of different roles. And so again, it's not to supplement, it's not to take over a traditional degree. It's actually meant to increase and engage as well. So Coursera, with the clients that I talk with, a lot of people have their bachelor's, master's, sometimes PhDs, but you need to continue to learn and grow. And so I have a lot of individuals who will take leadership training, or maybe critical thinking, problem solving, data analytics, because sometimes you get into a role and you are doing the same thing every day, or maybe you want to continue to move up and learn more skills so that it makes you more marketable. So taking those professional certificates as well as individual courses will only add to that experience.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. So once the course goes live on Coursera, a new course, is it updated after it's live? As in, for example, if I start a course and I do not complete it within 3 months or 6 months, is the course updated? How do we deal with the updates if at all we have already completed? Can we go back and get access to the new coursework which is added? How does it work?
That's a great question. So the answer is yes, courses do get updated. It does happen, and we hope that it does. Because, so for example, with Gen AI, things are moving so quickly, we're constantly updating our materials to stay relevant. And so if you're taking a Gen AI course, maybe you start the course and then 3 months later, you kind of fell off and you come back to it. Well, you'll get a notification and say, hey, the courses have been updated. Would you like the new experience? And so you can opt to go into that new experience or stay in the current version of the course. So you have the option. I'm always going to recommend going with the newest version just to make sure that the course materials are the same. There are going to be some topics that maybe they don't refresh as quickly because nothing has changed. And that's okay. So let's say, for instance, leadership. A lot of leadership courses, they might be a year or two old, but that content stays relevant. So technology, you're going to see a lot of refreshes with that as things change so quickly. Great question, thank you.
I guess regarding to that question, is there ever a case like you start a course but you haven't touched it for like a year or two? Would you like get booted out of it, or would you just remain like where you left off?
That's a good question. So when you log in and you enroll in a course, you start it, and then let's say life gets busy and things kind of trickle out. It's okay. So the course will automatically have set deadlines for you just to kind of keep you moving, keep you accountable. You can also set up on Coursera reminders where maybe you want to get in 3 days a week and maybe you want to try for 30 minutes. Again, working on some of those SMART goals So SMART as simple, actionable, etc. So when you're looking at that, you can put in place different time frames where maybe you'll get reminders. If you don't want to do that and you've dropped off, those deadlines will stay where they are and your progress will remain the same in the course. And so if you come back to it later, you'll have to reset your deadlines, and that's just a click of the button. You'll reset the deadlines and start where you left off.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question.
Okay, so I have a question about those ACE credentials. Some programs, they have ACE credentials. So what's the difference between the others and the ACE ones?
Ooh, great question. So ACE credentials are where you can get credit for taking and completing the course and then have them applied to your degree.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh.
So let's say you go and you take a course through another university or community college and you want to transfer those credits and you want them to count towards your degree. So there are credits on Coursera where you can complete a course and you can ask the university, hey, I've completed this Coursera course. Will you count these credits? So you can actually do that through some Coursera courses.
That's great. So how many credits, college credits, do you know on average, 1 to 3, or depends on the program?
It depends on the program. I have heard that the Google Project Management Certificate, I believe, has 9 ACE credits.
Okay.
So quite a few.
Yes.
So
that sounds great.
You can see more information if you have questions about that. There is information out there as well as what courses are available that aligns to that.
And we are able to see the ACE designation on the course, right, when we look into it on the program.
And you can work with your customer success manager to talk more through that and what that would look like for NEIU, or particular classes.
Okay, thank you.
Great question.
Just a quick question. So is there a predetermined list of such courses here or other universities, at other universities that you work with?
Of ACE credits or?
Yes, for these Coursera courses.
Yes. So there is a list of courses. So after this session, I can share that list with you. I believe the customer success manager that partners with NEIU has that list and has shared it out. We can talk a little bit more about that after. Thank you guys so much for all of your wonderful questions. So I hope, if there's no more, I'm not going to stop you from asking questions, but if there's no more questions, I hope that once you've scanned the QR code, go ahead, log into Coursera, start checking it out, and then my challenge to you is go and enroll in one professional certificate today and go ahead and get started.